Like that. It's a lot of money.
Okay, Coach, well, the sun has gone down, and so has the thermometer, as EA Sports welcomes you to venerable Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Snap.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. There's a nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's out to Chubb, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Ready. You must be trained. Look at me. Zipper.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch right. Pick it up. Hey, alert.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. And this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, Kansas City. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing Jones. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, check. Tie that left. Hey, we are alert. 49, check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught by Funchess. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jones now. Off play action. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 or.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over. Come on now, let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Wilson. Caught by Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Funches has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3. 14.
Now Wilson throwing again. And this is caught by Allen for a Kansas City touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chiefs 28, Texans nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And running with power here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A run for Nick Chubb. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They run. Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they Bailed him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the coaching. Spill.
Pick the edge. Go.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 28, Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Here's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A give running right is Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 42 yards.
On the ready.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
3 down. Check 82. Check 82.
Clear. Get it.
Now Jones. And the grab by Croft. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now Rashad Penny. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Jones throwing on 4th down. The quick slant caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch it. Check.
2.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Wilson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
This is Mostert. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
52 right here. 52. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Check 53. All day, every day, any day. Check. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Come off the ball.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Dorsett making the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Jones now, going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones, operating from the gun. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Right here.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 42.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Alert 3.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill.
Go. Now.
2nd and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Slam, X3, 218, chop it. Sit up.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Jones going for the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Texans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here I come again. 6-6. Bullet. High five.
Jones now. Off the play fake. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much. Maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jones on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And
they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Back to throw. Jones to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, zoom.
On 4th down, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On third down, Wilson. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Jim.
40.
Wilson wants to throw it. He's got Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Wilson now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We call that sack block.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, Jump in the stands, no man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch.